You're so tough, OMG. Fever star Aliyah Boston pens heartfelt note for JWN Roberts after Houston's epic win over Duke. In a moment that beautifully captured the camaraderie and mutual respect that spans across all levels of basketball, Indiana Fever star Aliyah Boston took to social media to share a heartfelt and deeply emotional message for Houston Cougars standout JWN Roberts following his unforgettable performance in the NCAA tournament. Houston's electrifying win over Duke wasn't just a victory on the court, it became a moment of inspiration that resonated with athletes far beyond the college basketball landscape. And Boston, known for her competitive spirit, leadership, and deep love for the game, couldn't hold back her admiration for Roberts' toughness, perseverance, and heart. "You're so tough, OMG," she wrote, echoing a sentiment that many fans and fellow athletes shared as they watched Roberts leave it all on the floor. In a game defined by grit, hustle, and emotional intensity, JWN Roberts didn't just play, he fought. Battling through physical adversity and the overwhelming pressure of March Madness, the senior forward played like a man possessed, and Boston saw more than just a good game. She saw the soul of a fighter. The reflection of everything basketball stands for. It's not every day that a WNBA superstar pauses during her own whirlwind off-season to lift up a college athlete, but for Boston, this was different. As someone who has endured her own share of trials and pushed through the pain to achieve greatness, she saw in Roberts the same qualities that have come to define her own career. Tenacity, dedication, fire. The showdown between the Houston Cougars and the Duke Blue Devils was already being hyped as one of the tournament's must-watch matchups, but nobody quite anticipated just how much heart and drama would unfold on the hardwood. The game had all the intensity of a championship battle, and at the center of it was Roberts, charging to the rim, crashing the boards, anchoring the defense, and stepping up with poise in the defining moments. Though injuries had hounded him during the lead-up to the tournament, Roberts played through visible pain, pushing his body to its limits and inspiring teammates and fans alike. Aliyah Boston, watching the game like so many others across the nation, saw the toll the game was taking on Roberts' body. But she also saw his spirit. When Roberts took a hard fall during the second half and limped up and down the court while still refusing to be subbed out, it wasn't just the Houston bench that erupted, it was everyone who understands what it means to sacrifice everything for a shot at greatness. Boston's post encapsulated that emotion in a few simple but powerful words. Her full message, shared on Instagram and then echoed on X, formerly Twitter, went viral almost instantly. "You're so tough, OMG. JWN, that performance, man. I've been there. I know how much pain you were fighting through. And still, you showed up. That's what greatness looks like. That's what being a leader looks like. Proud of you." The message caught fire with fans, fellow athletes, and basketball personalities from across the sports world. It wasn't just a moment of fanfare, it was recognition from a champion. Aliyah Boston, a former NCAA champion herself with South Carolina and a WNBA Rookie of the Year with the Indiana Fever, knows what it takes to rise in the biggest moments. Her words carried weight because they came from experience, from someone who has lived that fight and emerged stronger because of it. What made the note even more touching was that Boston didn't just applaud Roberts' performance in isolation, she contextualized it within the journey. The uphill battle Houston has faced, the doubters, the injuries, the expectation that Duke would steamroll past them. In every way, Roberts defied the narrative, and Boston was among the first major pro players to say it loud and clear, that kind of resilience deserves to be celebrated. After Boston's message went viral, JWN Roberts himself responded. In a brief but emotional reply during the post-game press conference, he was told about her note by a reporter. A wide smile crossed his face before his eyes welled with tears. "Aliyah Boston said that," he asked. "Wow. I mean, she's one of the best to ever do it. I really appreciate that. That means a lot. I just wanted to play for my team, you know? Play for my brothers. We've been through a lot this season. We just didn't want it to end tonight." That kind of mutual admiration is part of what makes sports so universally inspiring. At its best, it bridges leagues, genders, and generations. Aliyah Boston's post wasn't about herself, it was about lifting someone else up. About recognizing the raw emotion of the moment and giving it the respect it deserved. And for the fans, That moment created something electric.